After the men had learned how to save gold and make it grow with wisdom, Arkad saw a new calm settle within them. Their questions no longer came from confusion, but from responsibility. Yet Arkad knew that another danger waited ahead. He spoke again, his voice steady and serious. "Gold that is earned with effort and grown with patience," he said, "can still be lost by those who fail to protect it." The men listened closely. They understood how wealth could be built, but they also knew how easily it could vanish. Arkad explained that many believe danger ends once gold begins to multiply. In truth, danger often begins there. As wealth grows, so do the temptations that threaten it. He told them that fortunes are not destroyed only by poor decisions, but by carelessness and pride. Men who grow successful often believe they can no longer fail. This belief, Arkad said, is the quiet enemy of lasting wealth. One of the students asked why men who once acted wisely later fall into loss. Arkad replied that discipline weakens when success arrives. A man who once guarded his gold carefully may begin to trust himself too much. He relaxes caution, ignores counsel, and exposes his wealth to unnecessary risk. He explained that wealth must always be watched. Gold, like a garden, flourishes only when protected from neglect. Damage appears slowly, often unnoticed until loss is already done. As the men reflected, they realized that building wealth was not the final challenge. Preserving it required equal discipline. This lesson, Arkad said, would teach them how wise men guard what they have gained. Arkad continued, sensing the weight of his words settle into their minds. He told them that wealth is often lost not through one great mistake, but through many small acts of neglect. Men allow their guard to fall little by little, until loss arrives quietly. As gold grows, Arkad explained, new desires appear. Comfort expands, habits change, and expenses increase. What once felt sufficient soon feels small. Without awareness, a man spends tomorrow's security on today's pleasure. One of the students asked how success could be enjoyed without danger. Arkad answered that enjoyment is not the enemy of wealth. Imbalances. A wise man allows comfort, yet never forgets the future. He enjoys what he has earned while ensuring that his gold continues to work. He warned them that many mistake rising income for permanent safety. They increase spending as quickly as wealth grows, leaving no protection for uncertain times. Arkad said that gold must always be divided with purpose. Some must be saved, some invested wisely, and some enjoyed. When any one part grows too large, the whole weakens. He reminded them that responsibility increases with wealth. Family, commitments, and expectations grow. A man who fails to plan exposes his fortune to strain. Protection, Arkad said, begins with foresight. Wise men prepared during times of abundance. The men understood that guarding wealth was not fear, but wisdom. After speaking of neglect and imbalance, Arkad turned to another danger that often follows wealth. He told the men that as soon as gold is seen to grow, strangers appear with advice. Some speak smoothly, others speak boldly. Many claim knowledge they do not possess. Arkad warned that wealth attracts not only opportunity, but influence. Men who once walked unnoticed now find others eager to guide their decisions. One of the students asked how a man could tell honest counsel from harmful persuasion. Arkad replied that true advice is never rushed. Those who seek your gold urgently, he said, rarely seek your good. Wise counsel invites thought, questions, and time. It does not demand quick agreement. He explained that many fortunes are damaged by listening to voices that sound confident but lack responsibility. Such voices speak of gain, but avoid discussion of risk. They promise certainty where none exists. Arkad reminded them that a man must remain the master of his wealth. When decisions are handed to others without understanding, control is quietly surrendered. Gold placed beyond comprehension is gold placed in danger. He urged the men to question advice carefully. A wise man asks how profit is created, who bears the risk, and what happens if plans fail. If answers are unclear, wisdom advises restraint. Arkad said that protecting wealth requires courage. It often means refusing attractive offers and disappointing eager advisors. Yet such refusal preserves peace. As the men listened, they understood that guarding wealth demanded independence of thought. Success did not excuse blind trust. Arkad concluded that wise men protect their fortunes by listening carefully, deciding slowly, and acting only when understanding is complete. Arkad then spoke of a danger that hides behind success itself. He told the men that as wealth grows, reputation follows. Others begin to see a man as capable, fortunate, and wise. This praise, Arkad warned, can quietly weaken judgment. He explained that many men begin to act differently once they are admired. They feel pressure to appear confident, bold, and decisive, even when caution would serve them better. In seeking to protect their image, they risk their fortune. One of the students asked how reputation could become a threat. Arkad replied that reputation invites expectation. Friends, partners, and society begin to assume continued success. A man may feel ashamed to admit uncertainty or to refuse opportunities that appear impressive. He warned them that pride often disguises itself as confidence. A man may take risks not because they are wise, but because refusing them would seem weak. Such decisions are made for appearance, not protection. Arkad said that gold is harmed when decisions are made to satisfy others. Wealth must be guided by reason, not by the desire to impress or maintain status. He reminded them that wise men accept humility even after success. They are willing to say no, to admit doubt, and to step back when understanding is incomplete. Arkad explained that social pressure has destroyed many fortunes. Men fear judgment more than loss, and in doing so, invite both. As the men reflected, they realized that guarding wealth required inner strength. True confidence came not from bold display, but from calm control. Arkad concluded that those who value wisdom over appearance protect their fortunes quietly, while those who chase admiration often pay for it dearly. After speaking of pride and pressure, Arkad turned to the final test that wealth must endure. He told the men that time itself challenges fortune. Markets change, trades fade, and conditions shift in ways no man can fully predict. Wealth that survives only fair weather is not truly secure. One of the students asked how a man could prepare for what cannot be foreseen. Arkad replied that wise men expect change, even during times of success. They do not assume today's strength will protect tomorrow's needs. He explained that many fortunes are weakened because men believe favorable conditions will last. They grow comfortable, neglect preparation, and fail to adjust when change arrives. Arkad urged the men to review their affairs regularly. Gold must be examined, not forgotten. What once worked well may no longer serve. He reminded them that flexibility protects wealth. A man who can adapt preserves his fortune, while one who clings rigidly to old success invites loss. Arkad also spoke of balance. Wealth must never rest entirely upon a single source. When all depends on one path, danger grows with every change along it. He explained that wise men spread their efforts carefully. They allow gold to work in more than one place, so that loss in one does not destroy the whole. As the men listened, they felt respect for the quiet strength of preparation. Protection was not fear, but foresight. Arkad concluded that wealth endures when guided by vigilance, adaptability, and balance through time. As Arkad brought his teaching to a close, the men felt a deeper understanding take root within them. They now saw that wealth was not preserved by chance, nor by hope, nor even by past success. It endured only through continued wisdom and care. Arkad reminded them that gold, once earned and grown, must be guarded throughout a man's life. The same discipline that built wealth must remain present to protect it. When attention fades, loss finds its way in. He told them that wise men never assume their fortune is secure. They remain watchful without fear, confident without pride. They respect change, prepare for uncertainty, and adjust their actions as life demands. Arkad explained that lasting wealth is quiet. It does not seek admiration or excitement. It values stability over display and peace over excess. Such wealth serves faithfully because it is managed thoughtfully. He reminded them that protection is not restriction, but freedom. A man who guards his fortune wisely frees himself from anxiety, regret, and dependence on chance. As the men prepared to depart, they understood that they were no longer merely builders of wealth, but guardians of it. Their gold was not just a reward for effort, but a responsibility requiring lifelong care. Arkad looked upon them with calm assurance. This, he said, is how fortunes endure beyond success itself.